Let's talk about my first year being a real estate agent. The good, the bad, and the money. I'm gonna share with you what I've learned in my actual net income in my very first year being a real estate agent. New city, new people, new agent. Let's see how this year went. Deal number one. My very first deal I found by calling and following up with for sale by owners. I didn't just talk to the seller once though. I called him and talked to him maybe 3 or 4 times before I even got my first in-person meeting. I wanted to go and see the house first and make that in-person personal connection. During that meeting, I offered to list the house for him at a discounted rate of 4%. Typically the commission rate would be 6%, but come on, it was my first one, and 2% of $385,000 is better than nothing. About a week later, he called me and offered me the listing, but he asked how many homes I had sold. So I told him, none. This would be my first one, but all of my energy would go into selling his home. And right there, he was sold. That home ended up selling for $10,000 above ask in less than 24 hours at $395,000. The gross commission from that sale was $7,900, and after my split, came out to be $3,950. First deal, done. Deal number 2. This was my first time working with buyers, and it was not easy. They were looking for a home as an investment property, but to rent it out to their friend. We probably looked at over 20 houses and made offers on 3 of those. Finally, we got in contract on a home. After inspections and everything, the home price came out to $194,238. Don't ask me why, I don't know why it was that price. I ended up making $29,1357, all from being the first person to comment on a Facebook group. Deal 3 and 4. Deal 3 and 4 were out-of-state investors, which I found on a popular investing forum. I was the first person to respond and just kept responding, so they went with me. Deal 3 was a house that they bought for $97,000, and we helped them rehab it, mostly just for the experience. We ended up making $1455 after all the splits, and a little bit extra on the side for helping with the rehab. Deal 4 was also an out-of-state investor. She ended up closing on a house for $110,000 to use as a rental. I made $1,650 after all my splits, and we were on our way. Deal 5. Deal 5 was yet another for sale by owner, but this time it was a high-rise condo with stunning views and an even better renovation. Take a look. Nice, right? They had it listed with another broker before, so he only gave me 30 days to sell the property, but I didn't need that. In a week, we had a deal. That property sold for $223,500, earning me $33,5250. Deal 6 and 7. Deal 6 and 7 came from a Facebook ad of all places. They needed to sell their current house and upgrade. 2 commissions, 1 client, sounds good to me. I sold their current house for $175,500 and they bought their new house for $200,000, earning me a total of $75,9450. This deal took me onto the next level of my commission plan. Deal number 8. This was a seller that came from a brokerage lead. We listed the property at $130,000 and it ended up selling for $30,000 above that at $160,000, earning me $34,20 after paying the referral fee to my brokerage. Deal number 9. Deal 9 came from a Facebook ad again. This was an investor looking for a nice single-family house in the suburbs to use as an investment. This house closed for $260,000, earning me $7,410. Deal number 10. This had to be my favorite deal of this year by far. The reason for this is I was able to sell my friend slash handyman a house. He had never owned a property before and he was ecstatic. He bought his house for $150,000. I earned $42.75, and one of the best referral sources I have ever had and probably will ever have, which is incredibly valuable. Do not underestimate the power of past clients. Deal 11 and 12. And of course, another for sale by owner. Don't underestimate the power of calling for sale by owners. This time, they needed to both buy a new house that was slightly smaller and a ranch and sell their current house. Knowing this, I offered them a discount if they were to list their house with me, knowing that I would get it back on the buyer's side. Both of these transactions combined sold for a total of $445,500, earning me $10,416.75. Deal 13. This was the last deal closed for this year. $55,000 cash, 14 days closed. This earned me $1,757.50. That was a quick summary of every deal that I closed in my first year being a real estate agent. If only I could count the ones that fell through. That leaves me with a total sold sales volume of $2,465,738, earning me a total of $48,194.82. Keep in mind, this only takes into account my brokerage split. This does not take into account other expenses like driving, marketing, photos, ads. Real estate is a long-term business, so just keep on pushing and you'll see that money grow and grow year after year. Goal for next year? Double it. If you want to learn more about the techniques that I use to grow my business, check out the video here.